Howdy folks, and welcome back to yet another quick review. This time, we'll be taking a look at the 2025 American horror film, Sinners. Now you might be wondering, why am I talking about Sinners? And to put it simply, it's because I'm a big fan of horror, and I've been seeing folks talk tons about this film. Almost everything I have heard has been positive, so I wanted to see if that was true. To start, I'll go a bit into the background of this film. As stated before, Sinners is a 2025 horror film. The film was directed and written by Ryan Coogler of Creed and Black Panther fame. It was produced by Zinzi Coogler, Sev Ohanian, and Ryan Coogler. Finally, it was distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures. I guess even Zaslav can make some good decisions. Sinners stars an all-star cast, featuring Michael B. Jordan playing the roles of two characters named Smoke and Stack. The film also stars actors such as Haley Steinfeld, Miles Caton, and Jack O'Connell. The 138-minute-long film released April 18, 2025. The estimated budget was around $90 million to $100 million. Its total earnings so far are around $87 million, but hopefully with the help of word of mouth, that should increase over time. With all that said, what exactly is this film all about? According to IMDb, the story is as follows. Trying to leave their troubled lives behind, twin brothers return to their hometown to start again, only to discover that an even greater evil is waiting to welcome them back. And that's a very simple way to paint this picture. In reality, while Michael B. Jordan's characters are very prolific in the film, I would say that Miles Caton's character named Sammy Moore was by far the main protagonist, as much of the film is seen through his perspective. I should also mention, in case the trailers didn't make it obvious, is that this film is about 1930s gangsters fighting against a legion of vampires. If that doesn't pique your interest, I'm not sure what will. When it comes to the story, I would say that it was executed excellently. There's a great attention to detail in all aspects of the plot, and everyone is given something to do in the story. Bit actors that you ordinarily would think would be just fodder for the antagonists of the film, or actually fleshed out decently. When folks start dying, you feel genuinely upset about it, because you don't want anything bad to happen to most of these characters. For the most part, these are people who are just trying to have a fun night out, only for everything to turn into a literal nightmare. And do you know what accents the nightmare? The aforementioned characters and how well they were acted. I have to say that I have not seen a consistently great cast like this in a recent film in quite a while. Everyone was giving it their all in this film. I guess I should discuss Michael B. Jordan, as he was definitely the highlight of the film. He does a great job at playing two characters. Smoke and Stack each have such different personalities, and while they may be tough-as-nails gangsters, they still have an emotional core to them that reflects both love and loss. Another character that I want to highlight is Haley Steinfeld as Mary, who is the ex-girlfriend of Stack. She does excellently at portraying hurt as she confronts the man she loves for abandoning her, similar to Wunmi Mosaku as Annie, who is Smoke's wife. She was also abandoned by the one she loves. Both women were hurt by the twins, and yet they still find it in their hearts to join with them once again. Part of me would have liked it if these characters had more agency, but then again I feel that they were still given enough to do that they weren't entirely dependent on men. Finally, we have the antagonist of the film, Remick, who is played by Jack O'Connell. He's just a fantastic all-around villain, especially since you can feel that he isn't trying to give any ill will. He seems to believe that the curse of vampirism that he brings is actually a blessing, as opposed to a curse. And those he turns seem to believe it, or are compelled to believe just the same. It's been a while since I've seen such an engaging villain. Once again, just some really impeccable acting. Moving on, we have the special effects and CGI. There's a lot of squibs used in this film, and they are sufficiently bloody, which is good to have in your horror film. There are also CGI effects used, such as fire, which I thought looked pretty good. Now, it isn't that James Cameron Avatar level of CGI, But for a film with a budget near $100 million, I'd say it's really good for what you get. And you know what else was good? The action. Surprisingly, unlike what the trailers would have you believe, there isn't really much action until towards the very end of the film. Instead, we get a lot of build-up and anticipation. When the violence does kick off, it's fast and bloody. And finally, we have the music. For this film is composed by Ludwig Göransson, and I gotta say it was absolutely impeccable. It ranges from the blues to rock to even a bit of hip-hop. The identity of this film is deeply intertwined with music, and when the two mix, it creates an absolutely unbeatable experience. In case you can't tell, I was a huge fan of it. So overall, I would have to say that Sinners is a blast. It has diverse characters with emotional depth, it has bloodthirsty vampires with a penchant for folk music, it has gangsters shooting the KKK. It's everything I ever wanted out of a horror film. So I would say that yes, you absolutely should see the film if that sounds like your sort of jam. I am incredibly happy that I saw it. And just like any vampire, I am just dying to have you join what is surely a growing legion of fans. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Apologies for it not being edited. I wanted to review this film as soon as I got home. If you liked this video, please feel free to hit the like button. And if you really like this channel, then please subscribe. It really does help me out. Finally, if you haven't seen Sinners yet, are you planning on doing so now? If you already saw Sinners, what did you think of it? Let me know down in the comments below. With all that said, I hope you all have a wonderful day.